Hi there, in this video you're going to learn about simple interest. So to begin with, you need to know what principal means. Principal is the amount of money deposited or borrowed. So this is basically the amount of money that you start with when you're borrowing money. Next, you need to know what simple interest actually is. That's the amount paid or earned for the use of money. So if I let you borrow money, I'm going to start charging you a little bit of money every year because I'm allowing you to borrow money from me. So that's basically what simple interest is. In order to find simple interest, you need to use the interest formula. So this is what the formula looks like. You have interest is equal to principal, which is P, rate, which is R, and T, which is time. Notice the rate is going to be written as a decimal, and T as in time is going to be put in years. So if you're given T in days, you have to put it in years. If you're given T in weeks, you have to put it in years. If you're given T in months, again, you have to put it in years. That's very important. So here's our first example. Arnold puts $580 into a savings account. The account pays 3% simple interest. How much interest will he earn in each amount of time? So this is for 5 years to begin with. So if he puts it in for 5 years, or if he wants to pay it back in 5 years, we're going to start off using the simple interest formula, which is interest equals principal times rate times time. So your principal is the amount of money that he starts with. So in this case, he's putting it into a savings account. So he's putting it into a bank. So $580 would be his principal. The rate is 3%, but we're going to make that as a decimal. So we're going to move the decimal point over 2 places to the left to make it 0.03. And T, which is time, is already given to us in years, which is 5. So all you have to do is multiply these three together, and you end up getting 87 to be your interest. So Arnold will earn $87 in interest in 5 years. So if he keeps this money into a savings account, he'll end up making 3% interest, which is $87. Let's look at it for 6 months. So the same scenario with Arnold and $580, 3% simple interest. In 6 months, well, now we have to worry about changing this months into years. So 6 months in years is a half a year. How do you figure that out? You just do 6 divided by 12 because there's 12 months in a year. Your formula is interest is equal to PRT again. So P, we're going to make it 580. R, 0.03. And T, we're going to say 0.5 because it has to be in years. Multiply those three together and you get 8.7. So Arnold will earn $8.70 in interest in 6 months. Let's look at our next example. Rondell's parents borrow $6,300 from the bank for a new car. The interest rate is 6% per year. How much simple interest will they pay if they take 2 years to repay the loan? So you start off with your formula, I equals PRT. Now you're going to replace P with principal. So you're starting off with $6,300, so that's your principal. Your rate is 6%, so you're going to change it to a decimal to 0.06, and it's 2 years. So you're going to replace T for time in 2 years. Multiply those three together, and you get 756. So Rondell's parents will pay $756 in interest in 2 years. Derek's dad bought new tires for $900 using a credit card. His card has an interest rate of 19%. If he has no other charges on his card and does not make a payment, how much money does he owe after 1 month? So here we're going to start off with the formula for simple interest. Now we're going to replace P with $900. That's what he starts off with. The rate, we're going to do 0.19. And the time, well, it's 1 month, so it's 1/12. Think of it as 1 out of 12. So then you're going to simplify. So you're just going to multiply 900 times 0.19 times 1/12. And you can use your calculator for this. And you get 14.25. So your interest owed after 1 month is $14.25. So your total amount owed would be, you would add the $900 plus the 14.25, and you would get $914.25. And here is our last example. Lewis is taking out a car loan for $5,000. He plans on paying off the car loan in 2 years. At the end of 2 years, Lewis will have paid $300 in interest. What is the simple interest on the car loan? Start off with the formula, I equals PRT. Now you're going to just replace everything that you know already. So the I, in this case, we're given our interest. So we're going to replace the interest with $300. So I is going to be 300. P is going to be 5,000 because that's what we start off with our principal. And T, we're going to put in 2 for 2 years. So it's 300 is equal to 5,000 times R times 2. Simplify this. So 5,000 times 2 gets you 10,000 R. If 10,000 times R equals 300, how do you get R by itself here? Well, you would just solve the equation. So divide both sides by 10,000, and you would get 300 divided by 10,000 to be 0.03 to be R. You're going to move decimal place over 2 places to the right. So your simple interest rate is 3%, or you can just put in 0.03. But just know if you do 3, you have to put the percent. If you don't have 3, if you have 0.03, there is no percent at the end of that. So some concluding thoughts. You always want to use the formula I equals PRT. I stands for your interest. P is your principal. This is what you're starting off with. R is your rate, so that's your percent as a decimal. And T is your time, and it has to be in years. Okay, I hope you learned how to find simple interest. Thank you for watching.